Welcome to How to Restrict Vendors in Sage Intacct Construction. So first we're going to navigate to Company, Subscriptions. We're going to go down to Multi-Entity Management. You're going to hit Configure here. And you're going to restrict the vendors. Turn on the checkbox here to restrict vendors. Okay. And then in order to set up a restriction where certain users in your company cannot see certain vendors, you will need to go into the users and put the entities on their user entity tab that they will be allowed to see. The vendor then will be in an entity that is not listed here. So if you don't want this PM user, this Doug Smith, to be able to see a vendor in, let's say, Timberline GC, then you're not going to give him that entity. Okay. So now if you want to have like a confidential entity because you have maybe some owners or some vendors that you don't want anyone to see, but maybe a few of your admin users, then you could set up a completely separate entity to put those specific vendors in and put all the transactions through. And not give any of your users that entity, okay, for example. So then on the vendor, when you set up the vendor, then you are going to need to put the restriction on the vendor tab here. Okay, so I'm just going to fill in one here, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to give this to Timberline GC. So that vendor can only be seen in the Timberline GC entity. And I've also put a smart rule in place that says, am I at the right level when setting this vendor up? So that kind of helps keep my vendors all in the right level. So that's what that was. Okay, so now I'm going to log in as Doug, and we're going to look at the vendor list over there in his profile, and notice he only has Timberline Development, so should not be able to see the Bradley Electric vendor that was set up in the Timberline GC, so as you can see there. So if any bills were created as well in Timberline GC for Bradley Electric, you're not going to see those listed here either. Okay, so that's how you restrict a vendor in Sage Intacct Construction.